God.
Please.
I'm taking Emma's mic away. Stop.
Sing that song.
Stop. Seriously,
That
you're
funny
pissing me off.
feeling.
Gals, welcome back to another episode of, oh my God, my phone thinks I'm talking to it. Welcome back to another episode of Hefty Gals. Sorry for that little sisterly fight at the top of the episode. That's what they say in entertainment business. At the top of the episode, that means the beginning of the episode.
The top of the show.
Yep.
At the
you
top
know
of the
that?
show, Emma's going to be putting on a performance.
And begging Gabi to sing on the podcast.
Hi, guys. Who do you think is the older sister?
Oh, don't
Me.
pit women against each other this way. Guys, this week I did get my hair done. So if I look like really different and like super awesome and like probably like 90s
Bombshell.
pop star bombshell core, that's what you were thinking. Well, you're right, because I got my hair done and I got nails for the first time in probably a year. And I'm like, well, yes. And it feels good to be back, I tell ya.
Life is worth the living.
Life is worth freaking living.
Ooh.
I like didn't realize. I'm like, oh, I have been ugly for a year. Nobody told me. But we're back. It's Aries season, I'm telling you. Every year I get really hot during Aries season.
You do.
I think it's the Coachella prep really is what it is, but I like to pretend it's Aries season.
Don't bring up the Coachella prep.
Because me, oh my God, me and Emma pretty much have the same schedule for the next like week, 2 weeks, and Coachella is in 2 weeks. She's like, you guys, you don't understand. I'm so stressed and I have so much to do and like, I don't have my outfits together. I'm like, Emma, I'm in the exact same boat. So shut the hell up.
But your life is easier because you can shop from any store.
Emma, no, it's not. Because I'm not going to get into that right now. Should I reveal who I'm going to Coachella with? Live on the pod?
No, listen, you need to recognize that plus size shopping for cool outfits is a lot harder.
No, I thought you were saying like you already have your outfits. You just need to like coordinate them.
No.
Like you have items that you can make outfits with.
No, I literally, Gabi.
Emma, you just tried on like 5 pairs of sequin shorts. I know that's an outfit one right there.
Yeah, but I have to get the tops. Where am I going to find the matching tops?
Sorry, stop fighting, Emma. Let's get along, okay? Let's just have a good day, okay?
You know, some people have real problems. Some people out there have real problems, and I can't believe that we're bothering them with our Coachella problems.
You know the toxic couple that's like, let's just have a good day today. Like, let's please not fight today. Let's just have a good day. That's us right now.
That's us as sisters. It's like you wake up and roll over, like, please today, like no
today
fighting.
Be a good day,
please.
Okay.
And then they fight like the crazy.
I'm like, you're stressed? What about me, for instance? Listen to my schedule. You don't even work a real job, bitch.
Wait, we have big news.
A nanny.
We have big news.
Emma got scammed this week.
Oh, wait. That wasn't the news. I forgot about that. I literally had to like change my whole day around to forget about it. Like I literally was like so embarrassed. Like I'm becoming that old where I'm getting scammed.
Or I'm susceptible. That's I saw a meme that was like, we're in a recession when the scam texts are about job opportunities.
And you click the link.
And boom, identity stolen.
Wait, well, before that, can we get some happy news about our first fan art?
Yes, I want to like print it out and like put it up on the little shelf or something, like right here.
Yeah, like when shops have their first dollar ever made, our first fan art.
Yes,
you can go right here.
I'm gonna save it and print it out. Is that illegal or is that allowed?
No, but you know what? In the fan art, she put my checkered blanket or your checkered blanket that I use, and I've always thought about switching it out for something more neutral. And now I'm like, it's a staple.
Oh my God, beige mom.
Our five viewers are gonna know if I switch out with a checkered blanket.
Hey, stop talking down on our 5 viewers. We love them.
Oh, we love them,
and we honor them because emergency intercom is getting canceled. But I don't think we have the same demographic as emergency intercom listeners. But I'm like, if there's any refugees who want to come over here and listen to us. But also, I don't think the emergency intercom should be canceled in the first place. I love them so much. I'm a big fan.
Yeah, I think this is what I think. Your podcast, like playlist, your podcast, like lineup for the week. Mm-hmm. It's like friends. Like you have different podcasts you listen to for different personalities.
Canceled. I'm not gonna stop listening to them. It's part of my week.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Well, and I'm saying is like I have like a business podcast I like to listen to. I have like a funny podcast that I like to listen to. Like it's kind of like a friend group of the podcast. You know?
Yeah,
everybody has their place,
their like little lineup and their little playlist.
And so hopefully we stay in your guys' playlist.
Yeah, leave us in the assortment, please.
Please send it to your friends
It's like
too.
a charcuterie board of playlists, if you will.
Yeah.
There's a little flavor and different flavors.
What's our flavor, guys? Let us know. What's our hefty? Hefty's our
We're like the Krispy Kreme donut of the charcuterie board.
I was
Like
feeling
we really are like shouldn't be here, but we are.
Yeah, we're like the fast food
Can you tell
charcuterie
your
board.
Can you tell your
Yeah. No,
scam story?
Yeah, this week I was feeling down, and someone's like, "Come on, hefty, hefty, hefty! Like you gotta feel good." I'm like, I love this pep talk. I love being hefty. Um, I really forgot about the scam thing. So I get an email last week, and it's like, "Hey Emma, this is the booker for Kylie Kelsey's podcast. We love your body positivity content." And it like goes bullet points into details of like content that I've made that they want me to talk about on the podcast. And I'm like, wait, it's like a scam. Like Kylie Kelsey's podcast is like very legit. Like the guests she's had on are like really, really big guests. They're like, it's a paid opportunity. I'm like, okay, I don't know. So I called my manager and I was like, hey, I got this email, but it is from @gmail.com. And like in our line of work, that's like kind of your first flag to be like, definitely could be a scam. Because most businesses have like @mrletta.llc.com, you know?
For instance.
For instance, like me. So I called my manager. She's like, well, forward it to me. And she was like really surprised. She was like, they want you on the Kylie Kelsey podcast? And I was kind of offended. I was like, I mean, yeah, that's what the email says, but like, I don't know if it's legit, but okay. So I forwarded it to her and she's like, I think it's like legit. So she emails back and forth with them, handling everything. We like get
Which when you told me that it was a paid opportunity, I was like, I thought like nobody gets paid to go on podcasts. Like people just do it as like for like PR reasons, you know?
yeah, but sometimes when
So
you
I
have
was
like a good team or like you're trying to build out certain things,
You can pay.
Yeah, you can like it was like it wasn't crazy money. It was like a
Right.
small fee. So I so we get a date on the calendar set up, and then I start to get kind of confused because like in the email it says it's actually going to be a live stream, like it's 1 hour long, and like you're going to go into her live, and then we'll use the content for after. And they had a whole thing of every question they're going to ask me, and I was like, okay, so it's not a podcast. I'm not actually going on her podcast. It's like just a live
Live stream.
discussion. That's what I was like. Okay, so that makes sense. Like that seemed more realistic for me to be invited to do that. I was like, she's probably trying to like diversify her following, wants to like show that she's inclusive, whatever. So I get a ping from my manager saying like, hey, they want to do a briefing call like today at 2 p.m. Can you get on? I'm like, yeah, of course. So I'm thinking I'm going to get on this call and they're going to like brief me for the podcast. I get on and the person who's like running the call has no camera on, and their like photo is a like stock photo of a neon sign of like a microphone that says like podcast on it. I didn't think that was a red flag, but somebody on my team who was on the call thought it was a red flag because they're like, why is their camera not on? And also, why is it this weird stock photo? And then the name, like where you type your name in for a Zoom call, was like podcast pre-brief call rather than like putting their real name in there.
Right.
I also didn't think that was a red flag. So the guy on the call starts telling me like, okay, can you pull up your Facebook? Like it's going to be a live event. Oh, you've never done this before on Facebook. Like, let me walk you through it. You're going to go to this tab. And he's like so legit. He's like, we have you booked for Thursday at 2 p.m. My manager texted me and was like, hey, I'm coming into the call. Like, I don't think this is legit. But I had my phone on Do Not Disturb. So I didn't realize this. So the other person on my team who was on the call was like, hi, Emma's manager is coming into the call. Like, she's in the waiting room. Can you let her in? My manager gets in there and she starts like questioning this man. Like, who are you?
Pressing him.
Like pressing him. She's like, who are you on Kylie Kelsey's team? Where are you located? She's like, well, that's weird because her team is not located there. Like, I know her manager personally, all this stuff. And she's like, okay, I'm going to call the manager then. Like, can you stay on the line? And he was like, yeah, call the manager. I'm like, oh my God. She starts like laughing. My manager starts laughing. I'm like, if this is not a scam, like if this is like really Kylie Kelsey's team, we're canceled. Like we're literally so
You're
canceled.
being so rude to him.
She was being so like, who are you? And the guy just kept going with it. Like, I'm like, okay, this can't be a scam. Like at this point you would hang up.
Right.
Like what?
So then how did it end?
She was like, I don't know. She was like, I just talked to the manager and like, you're not him. We're going to call somebody and like report your email address because this is fraud. And then he ended the Zoom call.
Emma
So,
got freaking scammed by Travis Kelsey and Taylor Swift. Shit.
and I'm just like,
Shit.
what is like so embarrassing? It's like getting scammed.
No, it was funny because literally our mom literally called everybody that she knew. Emma's gonna be on Kylie Kelsey's podcast. Can you believe it?
Yeah,
I'm like,
she had texted me that morning of the briefing call, being like, make sure you tell all my friends what time and stuff to get on for the live, like they want to get on and watch. I'm like, well, tell your friends.
well, how do I tell you this, Mom?
It's not happening.
It's not gonna
So
happen.
yes, I got scammed. There is no Kylie Kelsey podcast. All of a sudden, my schedule was freed up for Thursday at 11 a.m. And definitely a lesson learned. But what is crazy, my manager thought it was legit because she did her research, and the name he was using was the actual booker for Kylie Kelsey's podcast. Like his name's like Axel Jude, and this guy was going like his whole email address was Axel Jude. Like
He did his research
He did
before.
his
He
research.
wasn't just this run of the mill scammer.
no,
He was a
but
professional.
my question is this: what was the scam?
He wanted to get your banking information for payment.
You think?
Yeah.
And then
So
he would
whenever
hack-
it's time to pay you, he'd be like, "All right, give me your banking information."
yeah, they said they were going to pay me $2,500, which I was like, okay, I would have done it for free. Like I didn't really care, but I'm like, okay, so what's the scam here? Like, but then I got worried. Like, what if it was like he was taking on the call because like he could link into my location from Zoom or something?
Emma, bro.
He's like, I'm into big girls.
Oh my
I'm
god.
into FTs.
Emma thinks that any scam is someone trying to kidnap her. I'm like, girl, they want your money, not you, bitch. God.
Okay, true. Have you ever been scammed?
1 year remember when I bought Coachella tickets our first year, or maybe the year before, I was trying to buy Coachella tickets off of this girl on Facebook, and she was like, I want the payment in form of Amazon gift cards. And I was like, okay, Dad, we need 5 Amazon gift cards. But I don't know what ever ended up happening.
I think you reported it as fraud and then you got the money back or something.
No, I never ended up, I didn't get to the step of like paying it.
Oh, okay.
But I was like, Dad, how do I get 3 $500 Amazon gift cards? I need these tickets.
Hefties, have you
now.
guys ever been scammed? Let us know in the comments. I want to know.
Oh, and I
because
remember.
I need you guys to make me feel better that I'm not like dumb, you know?
Well,
Am I?
no. Also, when I was like in the height of my Justin Bieber craze, and he had like just hit the scene, he was doing this like pretty much like radio press like tour. Like he would like go to these little shows because he hadn't even come out with like a whole album yet. And I like bought tickets to a show, and it was like $100 in Chicago. It was like I found him on like Craigslist or something crazy. And Dad was like, Gabby, no, you can't buy that for $123. I'm like, Dad, yes, if you could drive me to Chicago. Like, what do you mean? This is a great deal. I'm like, Dad, you don't understand this opportunity. He's about to blow up. You don't get it. I'm like, and Dad, just watch. In a couple years, you'll be wishing we bought a front row ticket for $123. So like, you don't realize what you're passing up right now.
He knew.
You don't realize what you're passing up, this opportunity.
I would like to thank our father because, as you guys know, or maybe you don't, we're training for a half marathon, and
He ran some marathons back in his day. That's how I remember like my childhood is like Dad being this like freaking skinny legend going on marathon training, and he's like, all right, girls, I'm going to run 10 miles. Anybody want to ride the bike next to us? And we're like, oh, hell no. He's like, I'm bringing Daisy. Does anybody want to ride the bike? No. Dad, I have Hannah Montana to watch.
please.
Leave me alone.
But so there's been little new
What?
new happenings in the marathon training, because half marathon training.
Half. Yeah.
Half.
Let me look
Can't
at that
afford-
straight.
Gotta, can't forget the half. So we all were training for the Nike half marathon because our friend Dom is running it. And so
They gave her like extra like bibs if she wanted to have anybody to like run it with. So we're
Yeah.
all like, when is another time in our life that we would ever like train for a marathon? Like none of us have kids.
half marathon.
Don't train for a half marathon. I've always wanted to do it. I've never ran one. Emma ran one in college, but I'm like, that has been on my bucket list. And if my friends are doing it, I'm like, well,
It's the perfect time.
might as well.
It becomes like a social thing.
And it's prepping us for a Euro summer.
but
So if we look really snatched this summer, don't
you know
even-
why?
don't
This is
even
the
worry
thing
about it.
though. So I was in New York. Because I'm on a contract with Peloton for the whole year as an ambassador for them. So me and Dylan went to New York, and when I was there, I was telling the rep like, "Oh yeah, I'm training for a half marathon for the Nike one," and it's kind of like obviously, like, I can do it as long as I'm not getting paid to do it. I just don't,
Right.
like, violate my contract. But obviously, like, as an ambassador of Peloton, like, it would probably look better if I was running with Peloton. So
Right.
then I got home and all of a sudden they were like, hey, do you want to run the Brooklyn half marathon? So I think that was kind of their way of being like, girl, run our marathon
Right.
or our half instead. So, and I found out at the running shoe store that apparently the Brooklyn half is like really legit in the runners community. Like it's hard to get a bib for.
Sought after.
It's very sought after. So I agreed to it. I'm like, oh, it's perfect. It's only like it's 10 days after the girls' Nike one because your guys is June 7th. I'm like, mine is June 17th. This is great. We'll be on the same training schedule. I'll cheer you guys on at yours, and then I'll fly to Brooklyn and do mine. Well, I'm on the phone with Dad, and he's like, hey, I was looking at the schedule because I want to come watch you run in Brooklyn, but June 17th is a Wednesday. Is the race on a Wednesday? I'm like, well, no, that can't be right. I'm like, it's 5/17. I remember seeing it in the message. She's like, Emma, 5/17 is May 17th. I'm like, well, thank
Jump
God
scare.
you told me that because I literally would have not flown to the race.
Right.
I would have been like, okay.
Have they signed you up for it yet? Have you signed you up?
No,
for
nothing's happened. I guess if they're buying they're like paying for travel and stuff.
Right.
So I'm guessing when they sent my flights, I would have been like, oh shoot. But I'm glad that I realized this now so I can change my training schedule to like add a few
to
miles
be ready.
on. Yeah.
It's literally a whole month earlier than you thought it was going to be.
So it's now I'm
Shit.
going first and then you guys are 3 weeks later.
Right.
So, and Mom's like, maybe you can still run it. Like, maybe
Wait, did Mom sign up for the half marathon?
Yes,
I saw that
she signed up. And you know why I think she signed up?
Why?
Because today,
Wait, I never heard how it went. I wasn't over there. I was taking a nap and I literally had a dream about it, but I don't remember what it was.
yeah, our mom today, if you guys haven't listened to, I think like 2 episodes back, our mom told us all about her matchmaker. You should go listen to that episode if you haven't, because it's a good one. But she went on her first date today that was set up through her matchmaker.
What was it?
And this is what's so crazy. She was like, yeah, he's run multiple marathons. He's a big Dodgers baseball fan. I'm like, this kind of sounds like Dad. A little bit. And she's like, no.
Like, Dad loves baseball.
Yeah, he has run multiple marathons. And whatever. But she said that it went pretty well. She said that he's been married twice, which is a little bit of a red flag to her. But I'm like, well, are his exes wives, are they alive? Like, did they not pass away? What happened?
That's something you should look into because maybe he's a killer. Maybe he's a freaking killer.
He has like 2 grandkids. She said that it was like really just a normal conversation. She's like, I would go on another date with him. Like it was just
Pretty chill.
Yeah, pretty
Well,
chill.
and if nothing else comes out of it, they could be friends.
Yeah.
You know?
So I'm proud of her for going on her date.
She's
but
so brave.
I think that's why she signed up for the half marathon, because I think this guy inspired her.
And probably you can do it.
And he was probably like telling her he just like plays pickleball all the time. I think she was kind of feeling like, well, what do I do? You know?
Oh.
So I think she was like, okay, I'm going to sign up. And Dom was there. So Dom helped her sign up. So she's officially signed up for.
Oh, God, I'm worried about her.
She's going to do it.
When we ran our long run last, over the weekend, there I look over and Mom like has her lips sealed. She's like, that's how she's running for like a mile. I'm like, are you okay? She's like, I think I'm going to throw up. I'm like, oh my fucking God.
Well,
I'm like, I don't know. Running 5 miles doesn't sound as hard as it actually was. I'm like, damn, this is way longer than I thought 5 miles was.
yeah, and the thing is, like, when just you're going out to do your 5 miles, you could walk majority of it, but then it just feels way longer.
Yeah.
So you're like having this battle in your head, like, no, just keep running, like you want to get done with it,
Right.
but also your body is like shutting down. So it's like, it's like it was really rough, guys. Our
It
long run on
was.
Saturday, and we switched our track up, so we had hills. Not for the week.
Also,
say
in
that
other
much.
news, the top of my mouth is literally rubbed raw. Like, you remember when you used to have like Captain Crunch and it would like rough up the top of your mouth, like and make it
Yes.
raw? Because I had too many Joe and the Juice sandwiches this week, and
With the crispy bread.
and now I have to take a break from them. But I'm literally so addicted because what are you looking for?
Can't find my phone.
Oh shit.
You know when you can't find your phone and your blanket's on your bed and you're like freak out?
Well,
That's how I feel right now.
It has pesto on it, and then I add cucumbers and spinach, mozzarella, turkey. Do you want me to call it?
No, I always have it on silent. I found it.
Okay, good. So that's what's been going on in my world. In my mouth, if anybody was worrying about the quality of my
The roof of your mouth.
the
We were
roof
really
of my
worried.
mouth.
This week I went to a volunteer opportunity with Girls Inc., which is a after school program for middle school girls. They have it like twice a week. And the brand Dolce Vita that I work with quite often, they were like sponsoring this session for them. So me and a couple of some other influencers got to go and we made confidence boards, kind of like vision boards. But it was like, what are things that make you feel confident? Because the girls have been going through like a bold unit
Mm-hmm.
and how to like be bold, what makes them feel bold. And it was such a fun experience. And it made me realize like, just like the way that kids just they just like shoot their shot. Like they're never scared to like say what they want to say. Like they dream so big. Like so many of the girls were like, I want to be a pop star. Like I want to do music. I want to be an actress. And like nowadays, like if you had a friend who was wanting to like be a pop star,
Yeah,
you'd
you
be
wouldn't
like,
really say that out loud.
yeah, you'd be like, girl, please, like be for real. But when they're in 7th grade, you're like, oh my gosh, you totally can do this.
Right.
And one of the other influencers that was there was a girl who was on Dance Moms, Asia Monet. And I didn't know that she was on Dance Moms, but these middle schoolers came in and they were like freaking out, like so excited. They're like getting pictures with her, like so pumped up. And they're like, I watched you on the show. And I'm like, wait, girl, what show were you on? She's like, oh, Dance Moms. I'm like, oh my gosh. So it was really cute. So at the end, before we left, 2 of the girls came up and they were like, can we sing for you guys? And they just sang us a Billie Eilish song, and they actually were so good.
That.
And one of the girls posted me on her Instagram and feed, and she put on the screen, loved the outfit. So I feel like if a middle schooler approves of my outfit, I'm really like, I'm living.
You're good. Emma's really is having a battle in her brain about feeling outdated and feeling chuggy. I've noticed you're always like, oh, it's so hard to keep up with the times. And is this good enough? Is this cool enough? Is this chuggy? I'm like, Emma.
And then I
Emma,
get these
you're
messages
doing great,
and
sweetie.
of these girls being like, I can't wait for your Coachella outfits. What are you going to wear this year? And then I'm like, oh my gosh, guys. Like, what if I want to take
The pressure is getting worse.
Yes. I need to like, I want to show up for you guys. But it's
Just want to
hard.
do good for you guys. You know, I've been having these like random like bursts of like memories from my childhood that will just like out of nowhere. I don't even know what will prompt it. Like I'll literally just be like washing the dishes and they'll be like, oh, remember it? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It
I
just
said
will,
the same thing last week.
and it's
Remember when
happening
it was
now.
like
It's happening to me.
the compensation
Today,
thing?
Yesterday I was washing dishes and I was like, do you remember that like in our house growing up, like we would never have like the local news on. It would always be e-news. Like mom had like da-na-na-na-na-na, like literally on all the time. I'm like, is there any other e-news families out there, or was that just us? Like I think that's why I'm so obsessed with celebrity culture,
Like pop culture.
and like I remember when I was really little, she would watch this show called like The Girl Next Door, and it was literally about like one of the Playboy bunnies, and I think that's what like put in my brain like I want to be blonde and a bimbo and have big boobs. Like that's like that's my freaking dream.
Because
I was like
and it is
and it is freaking bright, and I was like so little and like morbidly obese for a child and like brunette, and I was just like, oh, like I just never thought that would ever in a million years be like attainable. And then I was like graduated high school. I'm like, wait, you can dye your hair? Oh my god, I can be blonde if I want to. Bleach it.
You can get big
Bleach it.
boobs.
I'm like, burn it. Mom, well, yeah, our parents didn't let us dye our hair in like until we were graduated from high school.
Mm-hmm. And then I like did semi-permanent dye in college, and then you were like, well, if Emma did it, then I get to do it.
I don't think that's how it
That's
went.
exactly how it went. Mom was like, just like, it's fine, we'll do it, but like just make sure you tell Dad it's only like semi-permanent.
Well, I'm like, and this is what you get when you let your heart win.
I listened to that on my running playlist.
No, me too. Yeah. No, this is what you get when you are strict and you don't like you withhold something so hard from your child, then they go crazy. I'm like, well, this is what happens when you don't let your kid experiment with their hair.
It's a consequence
And
of
I'm
your own
like,
actions.
yeah, I'm like, well, and this is why you have green-haired daughter.
I was posting this week on my story, and I feel like a lot of times for plus size people that they always want to know what size you're wearing, or maybe it's just like most people, like it's always a question. So I try to put what size I wear and stuff. And I was like trying these jeans on, and I was like, oh, I sized up in these like one size. And then I was realizing, I'm like, lately all I've been saying is, yeah, I size up in these. Like they run a little bit small, and I'm like, wait,
Maybe I am the next size up. Maybe this is my size.
like when do I stop saying like Oh, they run small and realize like, no, bitch, you're
This
just
is your size.
you're just a 22. Like you're not a 20 anymore. I'm like, I gotta stop saying that.
I'm
Like,
so dead. That's funny.
yeah, guys, just I had to size up like 3 sizes this
Yeah,
brand.
this brand runs really small. I don't know. So just I would consider sizing up because like I went one size up and like these fit me perfect. So
Literally.
maybe even like tight even. Maybe 2 sizes up. I don't know.
So I think I need to like change my language
Well-
and just say they run true to size. Get your normal size. I'm like, please, I cannot.
God.
Why don't we get into things that make us sick to our stomach, fam?
I didn't prepare any. But the top of my mouth being rubbed raw is really makes me sick to my stomach because all I want is the freaking Joe and the Juice sandwich. The turkey.
It's like your new fixation.
It's so good.
Things that make me sick to my stomach is running for fun.
Yeah.
Like when we were on that 5-mile run, and I'm like,
what are we doing? What are we doing? We don't have to do this. We have free will. What are we freaking doing? That's how I feel sometimes.
Exactly.
Why am I choosing this?
Uh,
That's how I felt when we were at the end. I'm like,
it makes me sick to my
why?
stomach. And actually, for the first time on a run this week, I did get nauseated, and I was like, I've never felt the feeling of like I'm gonna throw up from running.
From working out.
Yeah, and I felt it.
Honestly,
Of all the things I get nauseous from, running's never been one of them. But this week, I really did get sick to my stomach, fam. So
Mom
I
did.
didn't really know what this is about. I was like, after the half marathon, I think like we should probably continue to run just for our health, but we'll see what happens.
and I need to stop playing about my the way that I'm fueling my body. Like I will literally have like a sleeve and a half of Oreos for dinner, and I'm like, all right, I feel sick to my stomach now. Time to go to bed. Like I'm like, girl, where's the protein? Like I need to get rid of the fucking Oreos. I need to lose my privileges to cookies because I'll do the same thing with vanilla wafers. I'm like, why did I buy these? Why am I like this? I will literally eat like a bag and like half a bag, and I'm like,
You're
with
like a
milk.
little toddler.
And then
It's
I'm
like-
like, oh, my tummy hurts. I have to go to bed.
Have you-
I'm my mother's daughter. I am my mother's daughter.
Have you seen the trend of like the parents with their little kid and they put like one
Yes.
cookie on one
So
plate.
Cute. I want to do it with
They
little girl
give-
and nanny.
They give the little kid 2 cookies and then they give like the other parent no cookies, hoping that the little kid will give them one. I've never wanted a child more than I have just to do that trend.
That's what I'm saying. And I was like, oh, I'm not gonna exploit my children. I'm not gonna post them on social media. Wants to have a kid just because of a social media trend that you want to do. You're right. You're right.
You got me there.
You're
But
right.
don't you want to know like what your kid would do? I guess you already have a kid.
I
pretty
know
much.
exactly what the little girl I would nanny do. If you got no cookie, she'd be like, ha 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 ha. If I got no cookie, I think she would share. We should
These
test the
guys.
theory and be like, is fat phobia true? Let's test it. That's what I should test.
No, the little girl your nanny just like does not like me.
I know, for no reason too, and you're so sweet to
No,
her.
because I think she knows that you secretly don't like me, so she's like,
No, that's not true. I'm like, Sydney, why are you being mean to Emma?
no,
She's my
because you play
sister."
into it sometimes though.
It's like a little joke.
Yeah, like because I
But
always
she really just doesn't like you for no reason.
But
I'm
I always
like,
call and I always say like, please, like what? You guys are at the pool.
yeah,
I
you could
want to
make
go.
me cry. And she's like, you can't come. She thinks it's so funny.
It's like the joke now.
But even sometimes I'm like, do you want to go to like my house and we can stop at Emma? She's like, well, we can just go to your house. Like I don't know what it is. I think maybe it's because like,
I'm so big.
no, it's like more like scary to be like in a place with people you don't see that often rather than like she sees me every single day.
Yeah.
You know?
And she has to like socialize with us and stuff.
When I told her when her little sister was born, when I told her that you were going to be her new nanny, she literally was like, what? Remember when I told her that? I'm like, yeah, I'm going to be watching your little sister and Emma's going to be your nanny. She's like, no.
She was traumatized.
Yeah.
Truly, she was traumatized. That's messed up. That's messed up that we did that. But I just feel like dogs and kids like have a really good radar of people, so it kind
know
of hurts
that-
my feelings. So I'm like, I know I'm
Yeah.
a good person.
Yeah, you're like, why don't you like me?
And
I
kids
always
normally
give
like
you
me.
all the freaking snacks.
And dogs normally like me. Cats love me. They know that I'm allergic to them, and I'm like, please. Why is Wolfie meowing?
He's trying to talk to the birds. That's them chirping. They try to imitate the bird chirp sound.
Aw.
He goes,
Did you get Wolfie's his surgery scheduled?
no, I bring him in tomorrow for his labs to get cleared for the surgery, and then we book the surgery date. So if you guys see a GoFundMe link in the description of this for Wolfie's surgery, eye surgery, go ahead and leave a donation.
People are gonna be like, you're
I'm
not
literally
responsible. You shouldn't have a pet if you can't afford it. I can see the comments now.
Well, I also shouldn't be living in a place where I can't afford the rent either. How about that? What then?
And we convinced you to do it, so we're like, it's fine. You can just make more money.
No, but the you sent me a TikTok that was like me living above my means is so great. Like it's changed my life drastically.
Yeah,
drastically.
living
above my means.
Living above my means has
like,
really made my life so much better.
Like literally me. I'm like, look how cute my place is. Don't you love it in here? Yeah, same.
Yeah, I love living my life. Okay. Well, anything else about your week that you need to share?
Well, I'm going to Scottsdale this weekend, so keep an eye out for my bestie content.
I'm going.
The girls are getting back together. Me and my high school friends are gonna meet up at Scottsdale.
Who's all going?
Bailey, Elena, Gabi, me. I'm so excited.
Fun.
Oh, and one of Bailey's friends. I mean, Elena's friends, Holly, that we know.
Cute.
I'm so excited. When Michaela comes here, I'm trying to figure out like sleeping situation. Like, do you think she should sleep in my bed or should I put the air mattress in Wolfie's room?
I don't know.
But I'm like,
let's talk about that later.
But I'm like,
would you?
But I'm like, this is what I'm saying. Would you, if you're going to visit your bestie, would you rather sleep on it like a nicer air mattress, or would you rather just sleep in their full size bed together?
Full size bed together.
Me, I like a bed to myself. Michaela probably likes a bed to herself,
Just
but
ask her.
it's full rather than queen.
Just
I think it'll be fine. I'll just put her in my bed.
Just text her and ask. I will be in Salt Lake City, Utah with Nexus Hair. I'm going on a brand trip this week. And I'm really excited because we're supposed to be doing, they're like keeping all of the activities as a surprise. They're like,
It's a secret.
They're like, for this dinner, it's going to be a surprise activity, but wear pants that can get wet. I'm like, that is so elusive. Like, can you just like tell me, especially being big, like,
Well, and like
if I'm going to have to do some
for
kind of physical
packing.
activity, I need to know what it is.
Well, and just for like packing reasons, like how are you not going to tell me anything we're doing? How do I know how to pack? And it's like a snow, like you're going to like Utah where there's going to be snow in
They're
the
like,
mountains.
we're not skiing. I'm like, okay, well, thank God. I don't know how to ski.
Bring pants to dinner that are weatherproof. Like what?
But also like for brand trips, you dress up really nice for dinner. So
Right.
I'm like, what?
Like that's
Oh
so. It feels like the comments that I get, or I'll get like a DM that's like, "Hey Gabby, love your content. Can you make a video making an outfit for a summertime quinceañera for your friend's cousin in Texas in July, and also size inclusive and also sustainable?" Have the most like random requests. I'm like, well, no, I'm not doing that. Sorry.
I'm like, I would wear something with ruffles.
Yeah,
I would. Yeah.
They're like, well, can you
What about
make
this?
a video? I'm like,
And
no.
while I'm in Utah, I have to keep on the running schedule to make sure that I don't lose my momentum. So I'm waking up tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Actually, I need to be running by 6 a.m.
She's committed to the grind. I think maybe I should do that too, but I have Wolfie's appointments at 8:15.
Yeah, I have to be going to the airport at 8. So
We'll have to be in Studio City at 8:15. So
Okay.
maybe it's not gonna work for me, but
well, you probably if you just roll,
Emma's committed to the freaking grind.
well, stay tuned. Like, watch on my socials. On actually today would have been the day
you
that
gonna run
like
in
Wednesday
Utah?
is my day that I have to do 3 miles. So
Today's not
look
one?
on my TikTok. If I
Oh.
do a running vlog, I did the run. If I didn't do a running vlog, I definitely skipped it.
Well, they're gonna have a treadmill at the place.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Period. Period. Boo.
But yeah, let's get into what happened in media this week. Because there's been a lot of things.
What happened in media in my world, which you're not gonna give a fuck about, is Quen Blackwell and Billie Eilish did a video together for Complex where they were like asking each other questions, and it literally got posted like minutes before it was time for dinner and like iPad time. I was like, yes. It was really divine timing because I have to have my YouTube while I eat, and I open up YouTube. I was like, what is this? I was so excited.
See, I have rules in my house for YouTube and TV shows. When I eat, it's a TV show or movie. When I'm doing my makeup or cleaning, it's YouTube. When I'm taking a shower, it's podcast. And I don't switch them over. I cannot eat and watch YouTube. I'm like, put a show on.
That's interesting. Maybe I should adopt that. But I'm like, why can't I spend a moment of freaking silence? I'm like, I always have to have a podcast on or something playing. I'm like, Gabby, turn it off.
No, this morning we had a brunch at our house, and literally after I made my big plate, Selton made homemade cinnamon rolls. We had potatoes, bacon, scrambled eggs. I made my plate. I was so excited. I went to go sit on the couch, and I had a realization like,
Oh, I can't turn my
I
show
can't
on.
watch my show. I have to talk to everybody. It's really rough.
Yeah, you actually don't miss a meal without turning on the TV. Like, you don't play about your freaking TV food time.
Even now, like when I go to Utah, I'll be by myself in a room. If I order room service, I put a show on.
That's crazy to me. Everybody says like when you're changing your food habits that you should not be watching because then it's like you're mindlessly eating. You don't even know what's happening.
Oh, for sure. I took a class in college all about that, and they're like, the one thing you should not do is watch a show when you have a plate of food in front of you because like you will finish it. It's like the opposite of intentional eating or intuitive eating.
It's like you're like mindless. Like you're just like,
yeah. But like, what's the joy of that?
dude,
Like,
what's the fun in that? If I
and,
don't
like,
have 3 screens going.
Joke's on you guys. I would finish the plate no matter what I'm doing.
Yeah, like what? Huh?
Intuition, what? My intuition is hungry.
My intuition is telling me to finish it and lick the plate and go back for seconds. That's what my intuition's telling me.
How was the complex thing with Billie Eilish and her? Was it cute?
Good. Yeah, it's cute.
Yeah. What else is going on in media? Anything crazy?
Whammy Beetle.
The name on everybody's lips.
A tale as old as time.
Remy Bader.
Whammy Beetle.
I feel like every plus size woman and every straight size woman and gay man feels like they need to get on TikTok and make a video about their opinion of Remy Bader's weight loss in her podcast this week. I'm like, guys, not everybody needs to talk.
Leave her alone.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like first off, people are making those videos because they want views. Like they don't have any, like their intentions. Like, what are your intentions in making the video? To get
just
views.
to tell their take.
Yeah, I'm like,
that's already been said 10 times.
yeah, it's like, and unfortunately, Nick, nobody cares about your take. Like, I just don't.
They just want to like hop in with what's prevalent right then and there.
Yeah, and trying to get views.
Well, and hello, we're doing the same goddamn thing.
No, I think a podcast is a good place to talk about it because it's like you can actually
get all your thoughts out, and it's not
get your thoughts out, and it's not clickbaity. But I know Remy. I've met her in person. I went to her Revolve launch. I have had so many discussions in the plus size community about her. People just love to talk about her. Like since she came onto the scene,
right?
It's always been like, well, I don't get why she's the advocate for us, and like, it's always like it's people speak from a place of like jealousy is what I've always gotten when they're speaking about her. My take is this. I feel like she has done so much for the plus size community. She's done multiple launches with brands, allowing us to have clothes, whether you like the style or not. She was doing work that she honestly didn't have to. Like, yes, she was given a platform, but she didn't have to do a lot of the stuff that she did do. And I know personally that she's done a lot behind the scenes and continues to do stuff
even
for
like
the
brands,
plus size community.
yeah.
So I'm like, even if like from this day forward, she never speaks about the plus size community ever again, I'm still so grateful for all the work she's done. And like that doesn't take away from all that she has done. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like she's definitely like served her purpose in that. But this is my like take on it. Okay. If you followed a creator who they were a creator because they made iced lattes every single morning, right? And you loved the way that they made their iced lattes because you're like, oh, they make their iced lattes just like I like mine. I like tune in every day, and that's the content. And then one day they stop making the iced latte content. You would probably be like, what the heck? Like, where's the coffee videos? Like, I don't understand. But eventually you would realize, okay, well, their new content, like, I don't really like it, so I'm just gonna unfollow them. That's
right,
how
doesn't
I feel
vibe
about
with me anymore.
Yeah, it doesn't vibe with me anymore. That's how I feel about Remy Bader. Is like all these people want to yap, and I'm like, you guys know there's an unfollow button. Like, okay, her content has changed. She has changed. She's decided the way that she's wanted to tell her story. Because guess what? She owns her brand. She owns Remy Bader. She owns the platforms. So she gets to choose when and where she tells you guys stuff, and you get to choose who you follow.
But I also think it's also like, it's just like reached this point where it's this thing that's been talked about for the last like 20 years of like influencers, celebrities doing this work and not not telling anybody about it, and it's kind of just like this pent up resentment and like just weird feeling about it. And then when something like this happens, it's just like it's happened 10 million times. It's
Yeah.
like it's just the same story.
Over and over again.
Yeah. So it's
And
like,
yeah. And
but
people,
now it's with influencers, it feels even more personal because you see way more. You see them every single day, what their day looks like. You know all their friends. You know like what city they live in. You know so much about these people that it's like this weird parasocial relationship that's like you feel like entitled to this information and you should have shared this and this is so whatever to your followers. Not to say this, but it's like before it was only like celebrities and Kylie Jenner and like musicians and TV stars that or movie stars. So it's
Yeah.
like you didn't really know them for real, but it's gotten to a whole nother level of like, oh no, you owe this to me because we're the ones who make your platform, who give you your platform. So you owe this to us.
Yeah,
Like
so
it's just so it's a weird like relationship that has never like been had before because influencers are such a new thing within the last like 5-10 years.
yeah, for sure. I just think like, okay, if you think you're giving her the platform, then take it away.
Yeah,
then
then
unfollow
unfollow.
her. Like
Yeah.
that's exactly like the followers numbers, like those things do count. But at the end of the day, like just like all of us are living life for the first time, Remy Bader is also living life for the first time, and she has to go through each day and decide what she thinks is best. And maybe you don't agree with what she's doing, but that's her life. Like,
And it's also like whatever you do, it's never going to be right to some people.
no,
If she would have said, "Oh, hey guys, I'm deciding to get this surgery," whatever. Oh, it would have this would have the same reaction would have happened a year ago. Like it's like,
yeah,
"Oh, that's so disrespectful," or
like
whatever.
you're buying
Yeah,
out, like you don't
yeah.
like you
You don't
you're doing the
care.
easy way out, like you don't
Yeah.
care about
So
our
it's like
community. Yeah,
it's you really can't win any way that you do things. So you might as well just do them the way that you want to do them.
yeah, and I get it.
Also,
People
like after getting a traumatic surgery, if you don't want to go on the internet and talk about it and also get this extra level of like hate and criticism and shame around it, I wouldn't want to do that either. Hello. Like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like it's hard enough going through a traumatic surgery like that without the extra layer of like criticism and everybody and their brother's opinions about what you're doing.
yeah, and it's just like crazy because it's all people talking about something that they've never been through before.
Right.
They've
Right.
literally never dealt with it. So it's like you're trying to tell her what she should do when it's something like you don't even have experience on it. Another creator that I follow who is in the plus size space, who is still plus size, I saw a video actually right before we recorded that she said that she's like, I actually got weight loss surgery like in 2020. And she was like, it was the most traumatic thing I've ever been through. And she was like, I share everything online. And she goes, it also took me 1 year to even talk about it on my platform. She's like, because I was so traumatized by it. So she was saying, like, as somebody who's went through it, I of course understand why it took her a year to talk about it because like it was traumatic. And since Remy's posted videos from post surgery, I don't know. I get the point of people feeling like, you know, you were this one person one way and then we didn't have a reasoning for why you are now this new way. And I get why like plus size people like feel hurt by it. But if this should just be your rule in general, if you're following somebody and you're thinking hateful thoughts about them, you should not follow them. That's not a healthy thing to do, to be putting yourself in
Like
a
to
position
hate watch.
to hate watch. Like stop
weird.
doing that. It's
Yeah.
so weird that like people continue to like indulge in it. And then these videos of these people will be like, I haven't even watched the podcast. I haven't even watched her content. I don't even follow her anymore. I'm like, so you shouldn't be a part of the conversation. You don't even know what's going on.
Right.
Like get out of there and then just be out of the conversation. So that's my take on the Remy Bader thing. I think everybody should be able to do what they want. And unfortunately, guys, as influencers, we do have the power of what we tell our followers. Like there's so
Right.
many things
And
that,
it's up to your discretion. You don't owe anybody anything. Like it's your autonomy, you know?
Selton, what do you think about this
You have any
from a
comment?
male perspective?
They're like using other people's content for your content.
No, she built a platform being like plus size. She
Like,
never really
if you
said she was
get if
body
you get a
positive.
surgery, do you owe it to your followers to tell them what you've gotten done? Cosmetic surgeries
Or like weight loss surgery.
or weight loss surgery.
No,
That's
I mean
cosmetic.
it's your life. Like at the end of the day, it's like they're not the ones taking care of you that, or you're taking care of you, or they're not the ones like paying your bills,
Right.
or you're not living with them, or like
Yeah.
any like literally you have to go out your way to talk like negative on someone that has like nothing to do with you. And it's like
Doesn't even
literally
know you.
literally a swipe. Like you just keep swiping.
Yeah.
Like why like pause and take all that energy just to be so negative towards someone
And
for
it's
no
like,
reason? Because
whenever-
you get nothing out of it.
and it's just a mirror. Whatever is triggering you by what somebody else is doing and makes you like hate on them, it's like it's something that you're insecure about yourself or that you need to like work on. Because it's like, well, why is this making me so triggered and why is this making me so angry that she
Yeah.
got weight loss surgery? Why is that? As
Yeah.
somebody I don't even know, you know?
That was like the same thing when you did your like arm lipo and what else did you do? Your boobs and stuff. People were asking me like,
Mhm.
hey, how do you feel about your sister doing this stuff? I'm like, it's like her body and her wanting to change her body doesn't affect me in any way. Because guess what? It's not my body. Like the way that she feels about her body doesn't make it any like different. And I think that's just the whole conversation right now in the plus size community.
It's like what
And-
she chooses to do with her body and change about her body doesn't have anything to do with you and your body and your life.
Yes. But this is the thing. This is every question box they put up. It's always this question. How do you stay confident in a world where everybody's taking Ozempic and everybody's getting thin and all of your favorite influencers are now losing weight? How do you not feel bad about yourself? The same way that I've like done my whole life of building confidence, confidence should not come from the people around you. If you relied on the people in your life to make you feel confident, those people are going to change. Trends are going to change. Work's going to change. Like if you truly want to feel okay with who you are, it has to truly come from within. It sounds so cheesy. So my thing is always this is what I tell people in my DMs is I have worked so hard to get to the place that I have and how I feel about my body that of course I can't like drown out all the noise about people getting thin, but I can't let all the work that I've done be affected by now this shift in the body trend. Like all this work is not for nothing. Like I still truly feel confident in who I am. It sucks that the world's not reflecting like what I wish it would in the fashion space, but I can't change that. I'm never going to be able to control all of those things. All you can control is you. So I feel like you got to focus back in on you. And if you're realizing that the people around you are affecting you, you're not as confident as you thought you were. Like maybe you need to do some more like self-work to get to a place where like you can truly say like it doesn't matter what's happening around me. I'm happy to show up as me. That's what I think.
Period
poo. There also was some stuff in media to switch up the conversation because I could talk about this topic for literally forever. If you guys can't tell, I get passionate about it. But I saw Alex Earl is pausing her podcast. Did you see that?
Yeah, and everybody's saying it has to do something with her unsigning from Unwell. But then Alex Cooper herself posted something and was like, we gave all of her information and all her rights and everything back to her. So her taking a pause on this has nothing to do with us. Like there's no legality, whatever you guys are, this weird narrative you're trying to spin, it's not the truth.
Well, and the way that people love that narrative is because when Alex Cooper left Barstool,
Yeah, she's like, I learned my lesson.
She learned that because Call Her Daddy was like built at Barstool, and I'm sure
Mhm.
that the guy that owns it, like David Portnoy,
Yeah.
probably helped her build this whole brand. But he gave her the IP, is what the term is, meaning she has callherdaddy.com, she has at Call Her Daddy, like for Gmail, she has everything that she can legally use that's like trademarked to her. So everybody was saying it would be really, really hypocritical if when Alex Earl unsigned, if she
Didn't do that.
didn't do that. So
Right.
she's like, guys, I did. Of course, I learned my
Right.
lesson. Like, I gave her hot mess. But there is something legal happening because in Alex Earl's video, she said, I can't speak on it right now. So there is something that's happening. It seems like there's more to it than just her deciding, like, hey, I want to pause my podcast.
Yeah.
So, but she did have a legal dispute with Gymshark. Did you see that?
Mm-mm.
She got paid out like I think $770,000 from Gymshark because Alex Earl came on saying that she was like supporting Israel and Gymshark's like pro-Palestine, and so Gymshark like
Pulled out.
pulled out of her contract, and then Alex Earl sued them saying like you can't just because of my like views on a world issue not pay me. And I'm sure the contract was probably like $1 million. So I think she got paid out what she was supposed to, but she didn't have to do the content because they were like sued by like she won.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wait, that's actually a really big deal because there's so many things that like with big influencers, like they'll be working with a brand and then they're getting canceled in the midst of a collaboration, like the whole like Boys Lie collaboration with Brooke Schofield.
Yeah.
Like that whole thing. I'm like, that probably changes things of like, you can't like you're just gonna cancel our whole contracted thing because of something that I said. Like that's, and I don't know. I feel like that shouldn't be like legally. Like
Yeah, that is
that's kind of
interesting.
crazy. Yeah.
It's interesting because it wasn't like her saying something that was like,
Or like violating the contract in any way. I didn't do anything to violate the contract. So you just pulling this out from under me is crazy.
well, it probably doesn't. They
Just to
probably
save their ass.
Gymshark probably lost because in their contract it probably didn't say we can end the collaboration on our terms with no explanation.
Right.
Because I've seen that in multiple brand contracts where it says that like
So
we
it's
can,
like just in case you're gonna get canceled in the middle of us working together, we can.
or there's brands who sometimes literally run out of money and they'll be like, hey, we can't finish out your contract. It's like, what do? You can't like force them to pay you. Like if the brand's like going bankrupt.
Yeah.
I had that happen with a brand one time. They were like, we can't finish out your contract. And I thought, oh my God, I didn't get enough link clicks. I thought they were just making the excuse of like,
No, but they're really
we don't have budget. And I thought like, oh, they just like don't think.
Forever 21. It's
No.
Forever 21. No.
It was not them.
R.I.P. Forever 21.
Ugh. We'll never have.
Sad.
Yeah.
It'll be good for the ecosystem.
Bad for the college girls
Bad for my nostalgia.
who need a going out top
Yeah.
for $10.
Yeah.
Anything else? What, babe? Go ahead, Sultan.
I was gonna say, I wonder what these stores like shopping at now, like younger kids. You know what I mean? Like
What?
Forever 21.
Shein, I'll
like,
tell you that because nobody
you
has
had your
money.
Abercrombie Hot Topic people. Like, I wonder what's the like go to.
Shein.
They also love Lululemon, like middle school girls.
Yeah.
Like if the parents have money.
Brandy Melville.
Love
Brandy
Brandy Melville. We actually had, so this last week, me and Gabby were really like businesswomen, and we had a lunch
you
with
do?
the brand rep from Sol de Janeiro.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to our girl Bridget, our Midwest
Hey,
queen.
Bridget.
But we were talking with her because she was saying that like Sol de Janeiro has been obviously a hit with the middle school girls, like that whole thing about the 10-year-olds in Sephora.
Yeah.
Like Sol de Janeiro is one of the brands that like the middle school girls love. It's kind of like
Go crazy
we
for.
loved Victoria's Secret perfume, like body spray.
Yeah.
They love Sol de Janeiro. Like
Right.
that's like the new craze. And so we were talking to her about like, okay, is it the brand's goal to kind of like make you guys seem more mature, to kind of like try and get an older demographic in? Or are you guys like trying to really lean into having a younger demographic? Because I was saying so many of the brands that I like talk to and stuff would pay so much money to be able to be an it brand with
in the
middle
Gen
schoolers.
Alpha, yeah.
Because being cool with Gen Z and Gen Alpha is like, now you're like, you know, you're gonna at least like grow with them, like
Have these customers for life.
yeah, because that's how you like keep customers for life, is like you get them in when they're young and like then you hope that they grow with you. But it's hard when you then grow with them. Like when I was talking with Torrid last, they were saying they're trying now to like get back in and reach to that younger audience because they're realizing they're outdated, and they're these people who are now 40 something eventually are gonna like, you know, age out of Torrid, and now they're gonna have no customers who are they're bringing in because they haven't kept up with the times.
Right.
So I think that's like such
But
an
then she
interesting like
was-
business point of view. Of
She
like,
was also saying though, since they're a cosmetic brand, it's like hard because some of their like lotions and stuff are like firming, and it's like these 9-year-olds are putting like retinol on their skin and have a whole skincare routine, and it's like this is kind of crazy that it's like now having a whole skincare routine at like 9 years old and putting these like anti-aging things on your face when you're literally a child.
Yeah, you
So
don't
she's
even
like,
need that.
yeah, it's like it's hard to like find the balance of like accepting that we're a Gen Alpha brand, but not like marketing certain products to them just because it's under Sol de Janeiro.
yeah,
you know?
yeah. It's interesting. I mean, I think all of it, like I just feel like eventually I would love to own a product based business. And so for all of this stuff, I just like soak up the information because I'm like, but what's crazy is most of these people are just like, I don't know how we got in with the
like
young
it
kids.
Just, it just
Like,
happened.
they just-
we weren't
they
even
kinda-
marketing to them.
Yeah, like they just kind of
happens on their
decide.
own.
So it doesn't really give me an answer, but
Yeah.
it definitely is interesting to like talk about. I definitely want to do more of that this next year, like go network with brands, because that's what I really enjoy. Is like getting to know the people who work for these brands.
You're such
And
a
you can-
businesswoman.
Yeah, but you can tell so quickly if people hate their jobs, you know?
Yeah.
Like, and then you realize, oh, it's because the brand's not a good brand. Like, I don't want to
To work
support
for.
them, you know? Okay, girls, we normally end off our episode with advice, but I feel like I yapped so much during the media episode, giving you guys advice on how to be confident in yourselves.
Love yourself.
Love yourself. But you guys have made it halfway through your week. It's Wednesday. That means you're like on the downhill now, right?
We know all about the downhill with our running.
We love the downhill on our
Take me home
runs.
downhill. Take me home.
Take me home, country road. But just a reminder, we do drop an episode every Wednesday on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple. You can find us at Hefty Gals on TikTok and Instagram. And what else?
That's all. Thanks for listening or watching.
Welcome.
Yeah, we'll see you
have
gals
arrived
next
at
week.
Hefty Gals
Bye,
Bye,
guys.
guys.